Welcome, everyone. Have a distinct pleasure of having Dr. Naresh Bhatt with me today. As you know, he's a good friend of mine and a retired physician at this time. However, today he has chosen a very interesting topic. The topic is how one can become successful through prayers in life. And so let's hear from the doctor. Doctor and prayers many times say, really? That's what the people think about a little bit. Really? Is that what the doctor is going to say? Well, Dr. Bhatt, let us just hear from you how prayer is helpful in creating success in life. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody. My pleasure to be with you all. I would say that there is no bigger doctor in the world than God. And that is true, has been proved true over and over again in the history of time, ever since humans were born. And I believe that we need a combination to succeed in life, the combination of labor and luck. But luck is given by God through prayers also. So I'm interlocking all three factors, that a part of the luck is prayers that God gives you by praying. And it is very important to keep praying. It's almost, prayer is like oxygen.
Good. So prayer, but then labor also should be continuing all the time.
Yes,
Okay.
every single time you have to do your share.
Mhm. So let me ask you a question in this, that is there a particular instance or any kind of example you can give for us that helped you in your life?
Yeah, I'll give you a great example. Uh, for example, PM Modi, he did a lot of labor. There's no question about it. But he also had a lot of luck, and I'm sure his prayers worked because he's a very religious man. He has succeeded in life, and I'm sure that God's blessings are with him. They have always been with him, especially his mother's blessings. And a lot of people sell tea on train stations in India. But how many become prime ministers? Not too many. So
So
that he is an example that along with his labor, it also, I'm sure he's also endowed with God's grace, that is luck. And his prayers were, as a result, God graced him with his success.
So another word you're introducing is grace. I like the word grace a lot. And you have a personal example how you succeeded in life, or
Yes,
something that helped you through prayers.
I think that I have been very fortunate and I've been really blessed by God in order to be alive today,
Oh.
even, let alone my academic successes. Being alive is a success by itself.
What does that mean? I mean, I know everybody is alive. So what any specific instance you had?
Well, what I'm trying to get at is that, for example, in my particular personal case, I had been an object of homicide multiple times,
Oh.
and I've been really blessed by God as a result of my prayers to be alive today, despite of all the odds against me on more than one occasions. And that is why I think that I've been blessed by God, and it is a direct result of my ongoing continual prayers,
Interesting.
along with my efforts to do the best I can.
Interesting. So any particular God or any special prayer that you do?
Any god is fine for Hindus, Ram or Krishna or Shiva, and for other religions, for Muslims, Allah, or for Christians, Jesus. Any spiritual strength that is inspiring you to be and stay on the right track in life and keeps you away from deviating and going towards the evil and staying for the common good of all people, humanity, doing good for humanity and having good values and live by themselves on an ongoing day to day basis is the result of God's gift as a result of our prayers to Him.
You brought up so many points here, excellent points, and I'm just going to recapitulate the points you mentioned. One is the God's grace. Second is you keep it on track because of whatever God prayer you're doing. It's like a GPS you're pointing out. Keeping, if you're off track, you become on track. And you also mentioned something very interesting. You said helping other people. That is something that God sort of inspires you to do, or that's it. So many a times one of the things that I've often heard about is God helps good people and people who want to do good. And so you're giving excellent examples of these two. And so yeah, and I think the luck and labor, it's much more like an example of a bank safe deposit vault. There are two keys, and both keys have to simultaneously operate, one from the banker and one from you. If one of the keys is missing, then it won't work.
Right.
But one last question before I end this. As a physician in your profession, say for example, with patients, have you seen that happen?
Yes, I have. Many times during my career, I have personally prayed for my patients and the patient and the family and the friends, and all those prayers have definitely made a difference in the patient's longevity as well as the quality of life. So, even the fact that patients and their families and friends pray, that has really made a big difference in terms of the outcome, because as physicians you know that we work equally hard on all patients for their betterment, but there are some who make it and some who don't, and I believe that the ones who make it because God wants them around and because they've been praying and God is rewarding their prayers with ongoing better quality of life.
Thank you.
That's what I think.
That's wonderful. And I've heard one last comment I'm going to make before we move on is the fact that whether you believe in actual God or supernatural principle or something that's above us or not above us but more powerful than us or controlling us, the nature's laws continues to work. You have to submit to these things. Submission to prayer is a type of submission, and you submit to the higher power, and that almost always works for you, because you are not necessarily carrying your own ego into whatever action you're doing. I've heard this kind of interpretation as well. But I really appreciate your time today with us, and to restore the whole idea that even the doctors believe in prayers. And yes, they do believe in their own science and the medicine and surgery, what have you. But the prayers do have a powerful effect in healing patients.
Thank you for the opportunity of letting me be on your YouTube channel.
Thank
And
you
I've
very
seen
much,
all
Dr.
your videos, they are excellent. All of them are excellent. I've seen them all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bhatt. We'll see you again.
Bye. Namaste.